What's going on, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome in. How's it going? It's good. Hello, Hawks girl. Let's try and keep you on from the expo. Yeah, right? Doozy, what's up? Busty, what's going on? How's everybody doing? We're sitting in the A321. We're in Turkey today. I don't know what's going on with GSX. I hope it's going to work for us. Right now, it seems like it's stuck. But we have to reset everything, and we're just going to do, we could do an instant load if need be, but not really 100% going on with that. It worked for me last night, but who knows. But we're going to continue to get the rest of the aircraft set up while we can. I've been doing a lot of flying off stream in a couple of other new aircraft, new to me, not new to the world. The A300 Airbus, I flew a couple times, and I'm actually doing decent at it. And then I'm also, out here. And then I also have been flying the A380. I did my first long haul, and went Dallas-Fort Worth, Dallas-Fort Worth to Heathrow. It was my first long haul, and it was my first full flight in the Airbus A380. Flew it overnight the other night, landed in the morning. Yeah, it's kind of cool to do. So you'll be seeing more of that very soon on the channel. Might have some overnight long haul streams. I won't be here for the whole thing, but you know, the plane will be and the stream will be, and if anybody's hanging out, that's how it goes. So, Doozy, how's work been, man? Hello over on Twitch, Hawks Girl. Catch up. Thank you, Doozy. I appreciate that. Yeah, the landings have been going really well. Everything's been going really well. So I cannot complain at all. Let me push out a couple things. I got my the beginning of my the pre-stream setup stuff was driving me absolutely up a wall today. OBS pushed out a update over, and I didn't get a chance to check it out yet. Vertical stream, and then yeah, so they pushed out an update, and Spotify is not working as an audio input now for some reason. So I was messing with that, and then I'm trying to get all this other stuff going on too. So I wanna make sure that I get all my notifications out. Go. Board ones. Yeah, yeah, things have been going good over on this end. Not complain. Got my daughter this. I've had my daughter for since last night. So, and I did a flight from LAX to Minneapolis last night, just to get some experience in the A300. The landing was like a minus 218, just a little bit long. The other night I flew into Boston from Louisville. So, all right, I don't know what's going on with GSX. I have no clue. I'm not sure why they're stuck searching for add-on packages. I don't know how to restart it. Try it might be just stuck, and we try just restarting the whole damn thing, and we'll try it one more time, and then we're going to go without it. Oh, loading. There we go. Just needed to be restarted. There we are. Here we are. Okay. Activate services. Let's go ahead and pull through. Why are my camera views not working? I know why my camera views are not working, because I have a new livery, and in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, you have to set up your entire plane. I knew there was something about the new livery that I was going to use that was going to, there was a reason to not do it. You can restart it in the thing in the bottom right of the start bar. All right. So let's make sure these are all right so we don't have any problems with this. Camera controls, that's good. Joystick. I did go through and delete all these other arbitrary profiles that I have. I had all these other arbitrary profiles in here, so I went in and kind of simplified this, so when I do have a new aircraft, it's a little bit easier to operate. So I'm not going to have my preset camera controls that I normally do. This all drone controls, yes. And then my throttle should be just simplified as a 2-engine jet, and I should be okay. Yeah, it was set up there. Jet. Sorry, guys. And that should do it, but our camera controls are going to be jacked, so we're going to have to do a little bit of head movement for that. Susie said, just bought the WinWing joystick on Amazon, on sale, 30% off. Really? Wow, that's great, dude. Yeah, that's great. How much is 30% off give you, though? All right, so we're in the IAE engines, the A321, and we have Lufthansa since we're over in Turkey. So I'm actually getting pretty good frames over here. I should just shut up and just enjoy this. It was $70. That's not bad at all, man. Nice. So, all right, let's get this thing set up, and then if we have time, hopefully we can get these camera views very quickly done. Let's go ahead and reset all this. Import the flight. We got 16 minutes till we got to leave. I don't know if we're going to make that, but we're going to try. Load the aircraft. Go ahead, PSX. Send it to the McDo. We'll take Turkish Airlines.
Refueling truck is on its way.
$70 for a joystick is crazy. Definitely is. Yeah, 100% is.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck
European
arrives and ask to do
it. Let's make sure our callouts are what I'm used to. Have an announcements. Make sure quickly that we are good to go here. PSX, auto pushback. I will say that ramp ops in the A300 is really cool. It's a little janky here and there, but it's actually pretty damn neat. I've done it in the A380, and I've done it in the A380, and I've done it in the A300, and it is with using SayIntentions to do your pushback. It is really cool. Spent more on your terrible rudder pedals. Heard amazing things about WinWing. They're coming out with a full Airbus throttle crowd. Yes, yeah, WinWing's got some great stuff. I do not have them, have anything from them, but yes, it's they do have some great stuff. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna lock my, and we're gonna do this quickly, since I'm kind of a master at this now. Lately, I've been doing a lot of new plane setup, so this is usually my center view. Down here, this is my my view 3. Go up here, this is my 0 view. This is control 0. All right, while we're up here, real quick, guys, we will before we get crazy here, let me get this plane started up and we will get out of here. So parking brake, got battery 1 and 2. I will say there's a guy on flightsim.to who's done an excellent job at checklists, and I'll get you his name if you guys remind me for sure. I think it's JD, I think it is. But the A300 checklist that he did and the A380 checklist that he did are the only two that I've used so far. Absolutely phenomenal way to learn an aircraft. I've had a blast learning the A300, and it was very intuitive. The way it's written was very intuitive. So highly recommended. I'll get his name and maybe I'll put that in chat today. But yeah, so. Okay, nav and logo lights can come on. We are going to be a little bit delayed. We're going to blame it on the ramp. because that's always their fault. APU, external power, we're not worried about. ADIRs, we need to align. Fuel pumps can all come on. Oxygen crew supply on. Ground flight radar. Not a radar. I keep saying radar, and I don't know why. It's actually the cockpit porter. Emergency exit lights to arm. Smoking to auto. And we are good. Let's get our baro reading here. Baro reading is coming right out of. Flight is good. We are. Baro reading. UNH is 1025. About to get the Logitech $150 ones. We always push them off, and no, it's a thing, man. It's definitely a thing. Sideways Kitso, by the way. Sideways Schizo 420 followed a couple days ago. I believe came over from Sid Squadron, I believe. Not 100% sure on that, but followed off stream there. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Rex, what's up? Went back to flying the beach. I did see it. 30 knot crosswind. It was windy everywhere yesterday, bro. Everywhere. We got some, actually had some tornadoes buzz through Illinois, but all is well down here. Nothing crazy on this end. All right, altimeter set, weather radar, we're good. TCAS and transponder, we're good right now. We do have a company message, which is our preliminary load sheet. Accept that. Catering's here, fuel's coming, and we are waiting on, let's get our flight initialized. Data. And go ahead and get our... how's everybody doing, man? Pretty good? Everybody's week is good? The hell? Net request. Dog has me trained, bugged you until I got out of bed and covered her up. Nice, nice.
Boarding requested.
All right, we're all boarded up, or we are boarding now. Flight level's 390. Crazy. This is actually a very quick flight. It's only like 400 miles. It's only an hour of flying time down to Cyprus. So today we're doing, hopefully we're doing, I got to go get my daughter I got to be off of here by 2:30-ish. But I'm hoping to fly from Turkey down to Cyprus, and then we're going Cyprus over to Greece, Athens, Greece. That's the quick flight plan right now. Cost index is 6. We'll go over it a little bit more when we get in the air, but and then we are always Wolf 049. Don't attach yet. All right, over here we can put up our pre-departure request. Where it gets, because I don't know these airport codes by heart here. So it's LTBJ, where we're at. LTBJ. LTJ. We're waiting for our IRS to navigation to align anyway, so it's flash, and we're going down to Cyprus. LCPH. I'm really hoping we can get there by dark. I think we can. Call sign. Don't believe we have an 8 here. Not, so call it Alpha because something there. We are an A321. We are at gate number. Probably going to be a really cool climb out of here too. We have to come back over the airport again. We're at gate number 37. All right. Guys, if you're over on the vertical side of YouTube, feel free to come over top of the pinned chat in the pinned chat. Actually, no, unpinned it. At the pinned message at the top, or in the description, there is a link to come over to the vertical side or the horizontal side, if you'd like. If you don't want to, if you want to stay there, it's fine. We can still chat there as well. All right, we have. Let's get our flight plan in. We are coming out of Adrian Menderes in Izmir, Turkey is where we're at. We're coming out 34 right. We are on the Oxy 1 Alpha. Got that right, but can't even see the damn. OKE S1. And I said it wrong. Silly me. And then Ocus transition that. Insert it. Down, no discons in the middle of the flight plan, and then when we get to LCLK, we are coming in on the Bone 1A, runway 04 RNAV. Bone 1A with the Bonic transition. See how that looks. We have a discon there. All right.
Passengers boarding starting.
Let's go. The hell? Coming right. There's our descent in. Not sure what that LCA. We're making a turn and then landing. Oh, there's a turn. Oh, there's probably a procedural turn. I don't know. We're probably going to get vectored by then anyway. But we'll give it a whirl when we get there. That's good. Yes, set primary. Let's go back to init. Let's get our wind. Passengers are coming on board. Hello. 14 out of 131 peeps. All right. Our normal camera view here. And what did I have? I had something set for a normal camera view. There it is. Roll 5. There. All right. Nice. All right. Let's continue through DIFSRIP here. DIF flight plan is done. Secondary flight plan. Copy the active. Second init page. We should have our fuel on board. Not set or. Guys, when you're setting your camera views, make sure you're not zooming in because it does not, the zoom does not work. So you have to like move over to where you want to be. Otherwise, you're going to have a wonky, you're not going to get the camera view that you wanted. So You really have to like move in and out with the camera to make the camera view that you want. It took me forever to learn that, and then set your camera view, because if you go and you zoom in on this, when you come back, it's not going to be zoomed in. It's going to be back to the back to your regular what you were what it was if it wouldn't be zoomed in, and that's not really what you want sometimes. So yeah, so I lock, what I do is I lock the camera and then I come in and that's exactly the view that I want, and I don't use my scroll wheel to zoom in or out. So that's what I get. And then if I have to move it around, I just use my WAS and DE for that. So camera views are once you get them down, I didn't use them for the longest time, and they are a game changer when it comes to moving around the cockpit and getting things situated. But definitely a game changer for sure. Okay. We're not going to send our our clearance just yet until we get everybody on board. We can get our radios programmed. Oh, I was doing the fuel. That's what I was doing. We'll go ahead and send that. That should be down now. It is. 13,000 is what we're supposed to have. According to SimBrief, we're supposed to have 13,000. And then performance. Abend. So, force token no, anti-ice off, packs on. Go ahead and calculate that. These will change when we get our final, but close enough. 149, 154, 157. Nice. Diff strip is done. All right. Waiting on the peeps, and we're out of here. Everybody's week going. Any rate manager's up. SayIntentions is up. Going 34 right, so we'll likely be tail right, nose left. Taxiing all the way down, and we're out of here. Do that long. Ground is 1217. That angle might not be the greatest for, might have to reset that camera view. But. All right, 1217, and tower is 1181. We'll have these set, ready to go. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit, so I'm going to slide it down. Up. Slightly. Although I do want the ability to make do a little. Cool. This is my 3. All right. Go ahead and get, we are boarded. I think this final, 21.5, I'll forget that and have to come back here and look at it again. Ground services, balance, send that over. A321. We got everything that we planned for. Get the APU on. Let's send our departure clearance. Final load sheet. APU's coming up. Departure clearance went. Waiting for it. All right, we're getting ready to get out of here, guys. Hopefully we're...
Boarding has started, and the first passengers are
I don't know why SayIntentions, why that is. I'm going to figure out if that's a me thing or them thing.
Welcome aboard Wolf Air Flight 049, departing from Izmir to Larnaca.
They say boarding has started, but the boarding is already completed. I'm not really 100% sure if I have a setting jacked up or...
Please don't hesitate to reach out to any of our crew members.
All right, prepare for pushback and departure. We're just waiting on our clearance. Jet bridge should be coming back. Very nice.
Falcon 76
Docks
to
and cones can
Foxtrot
be
Romeo,
pulled.
hold short of runway 12 traffic on final.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
APU is available. We can go off external
We
power.
have information Sierra on board, clear to Milan, vectors for Sam. Departure is 16 right, climb 4000, departure is on 119.45, squawk 2341.
All right.
Departure checks completed.
Terrace
Bypass
ground,
pins
ready for
inserted.
taxi, runway 16 right, L7.
Flight 049, departing from
We're squawking
Izmir to
4644.
Larnaca. My name is Lisa, and on behalf of the entire crew, we are delighted to have you with us today. The captain of our flight
And we are climbing to 4,000 feet.
Joining us in the cabin are my wonderful colleagues,
Locking gear.
Zainab and Imran. We expect
We're ready to go.
approximately 1 hour. Before we take off, I would like to go over some important
What do we call in this airport? It is Mandara's Ground.
fasten.
Mandara's Ground. Wolf Air 049. We are at gate 37, ready for push and start.
Recommend keeping your seatbelt fastened while seated, just in case we experience any unexpected turbulence. In the event of a loss of cabin pressure,
Wolf Air 049, Mender's Ground, taxi to runway 34 right at your discretion.
start the flow of oxygen.
My discretion, eh? All right.
With the elastic band. Remember,
All right, we'll taxi to runway 34 right at my discretion, Wolf Air 049. So we're ready to go. We'll go tail right, nose left. GPU can come off. We've already shut down that.
Release parking brakes, please.
All right.
in case of an emergency,
Commencing push.
Thank you.
All engines clear. Start at will.
All engines are good. Go ahead and start engine 2 first.
we recommend
Actually, don't have a crazy taxi, so actually my APU bleed is not on. That.
thank you for your attention, and we hope you
Let's
have
try
a
that
pleasant flight. Now, I will inform the captain that the cabin is ready for departure.
Engine 2 start valve. What? APU bleed is on. There we go. I don't know what this this N1 the X's at the N1 are jacked up here. I'm not.
Please set parking brakes. Unlocking gear.
There we go. Now we're good. All right. hopefully we can get out of here, and we will head to Turkey. I'm sorry, we'll head to Cyprus. We're in Turkey right now, and then we will, from then on, we will be going to Athens. My first time in Turkey, my first time in Cyprus, and it'll be my first time flying into Greece. This particular flight is an FSEconomy run. We're gonna make about $4,000 for this run, taking 131 passengers down to Cyprus, and then from Cyprus to Athens. It's just another it's a flight that I added.
Short of runway 10 traffic on short final.
Left is clear, right is clear.
Holding short of runway 10 Falcon 762 Foxtrot
Our second engine,
Meridian
actually
277.
engine 1.
Read that correct. Ground is on 121.
I want to. Last night, I had an issue with my rudder pedals not being the right one, and that's actually when I tried to delete this this second profile that I have. Yeah, see, that would have not worked. We would have been moving. When I try to delete this single engine jet airplane's controls, it crashes the sim. Very, very, very frustrating. I had that happen a couple times yesterday, but all right, I think we're ready to go. We got the engine. First, engine 1 is coming up. Engine 2 is good. We're going to have fun at that expo, Hawks Girl. It's going to be a good time. All right, engine 1 is available now, so both engines are available. Shut off our bleed. Shut off. And we can shut off our selector switch and go back to normal. All right. Auto brake to max. Flaps to 1. Ground spoilers armed. Rudder reset. Pitch trim. What did I say it was? I told you I'd forget it. 21.5. Pitch trim is set. Flight controls. We learned this the last stream. We got rudders, we got a tiller, and we got stick, and we're good on the throttle as well. Yeah. It was set with the four engine jet thing. All right, ATC clearance has already been obtained. Go strobes to auto. We can go nose lights to taxi. And runway turn-off lights. We don't need them right now. Let's rock. Going right out there. Straight down the center here, and 24 left is the runway right to our left here, and crossing that runway, heading to 24 right. Hello?
The cabin is now secure for takeoff.
All right, very nice. Yo, who dat? Hang on a second. I also worked on my, I tweaked up my control settings a little bit too. B1 rotate, what's up, Chatty? How are you, man? Chatty, resub for 3 months at tier 1. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate you. You're gonna see the A300 on stream here probably this weekend, guys. I'm feeling pretty good in that aircraft. I've only flown 2 full flights on it, The first flight was really a tutorial flight for me, and like I said, I did Louisville down to or up to Boston, and it landed way long, but I did land. I couldn't get the ILS to engage. It was an error that I knew I was doing, but that plane is older, so you have to like manually input the ILS course, you have to manually input the ILS frequencies, you got to do all the things and then change it over, and there's a certain couple of sequences. I knew nothing about that, but I actually landed it, hand flying it down at Boston, way long, and I almost it should have been a go around and all that, but yeah, it was it's a really cool plane to fly, and it's a freighter, and it's one of the things that I wanted to learn. I wanted to do more cargo ops. More cargo ops, and I'm accomplishing that goal. So the other plane that you'll see soon is the A380. Does this taxiway continue, or it shows that it continues on the map, but I don't see the I don't see a line. Rex gonna do an M93 and one M9, one M7. Nice, man, nice. Well, I appreciate you holding down the GA side of things in the FSEconomy. There's not been very many GA flyers on FSEconomy, so I appreciate that you are. Yeah, the terrain or the scenery here is a little off. Like this is supposed to be a taxiway, but that's all right. Like I said, this is the first time I've done anything in Turkey, so we're down to 3-4 right is our. We have plenty of runway here, so. How you doing, Chetty? Thanks for that. Thanks for the 3 months of support, bro. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Helps me more than you know. I'm working to replacing some of my HOTAS controls and things like that. So certainly these things are starting to age out a little bit. It's just a whole bunch of concrete out here. That's what. So we got to cross this runway. So I think I got my controls a little bit more dialed in with the curves right now, and it's less confusing for which profiles or for which planes. So when I add planes now, I think I have pretty much one of each. The only thing I do not have right now is like a multi-engine prop. I have a single-engine turbo prop, but once I dial that in, of which ones that I'm going to use.
049er, contact tower on 118.1. So long.
All right, over to tower 118.1. Good night. Thank you very much. All right, I am not ready to go yet. I want to get this checklist done real quick. Terrain on the radar. Weather radar on.
Bravo 1 via Alpha and Charlie and Brier 225 Echo Mike.
Predictive wind shear on. Transponder and transponder to TKRA.
Traffic.
Already? Takeoff config test. Everything's normal. Packs 1 and 2 are on. Engine mode selector as required. Nose lights can go to takeoff. Landing lights on. And strobe lights on. The other on. Meaning off. Alright. Mendera Tower. Wolf Air 049 holding short runway 24 right. We're ready for takeoff. What the hell is that guy doing?
Wolf Air 049er. Menderes Tower. Runway 34 right. Wind 05 at 18. Gusting 29er. Cleared for takeoff.
A little windy here too. Clear for takeoff, runway 34 right, Wolf Air 049. It's going to be a nice flight, guys.
049er. Cleared for takeoff. Runway 34 right. Wind 05 at 18, gusting 29er.
Wolf Air 049, cleared for takeoff, runway 34 right. Said that already, man. Alright. I'm going to unlock my throttles because they are somewhat misaligned. Alright, takeoff power set. Airspeed's alive. B1 and rotate. You're up. Wow, beautiful. Beautiful. This is Turkey, guys.
Wolf Air 049er, contact departure.
Over to departure, Wolf Air 049, 11945.
Beechcraft 9001 Bravo taxi to runway 24 via taxiway Alpha. Taxiing to runway 24 via taxiway Alpha Beechcraft 9001 Bravo.
I don't even know who we're calling for departure, or who it is. Banderas departure, Wolf Air 049 is at 4,000 feet.
Wolf Air 049er, Banderas radar, radar contact. Clear direct Okesa. Climb flight level 220.
Climb flight level 220 and clear direct Okesa for Wolf Air 049. Alright, where's Okesa? Not quite up to slat speed just yet. Taxi light can come off. Spoilers are supposed to be not armed. Slats can come up. Alright guys, we're out. We just left Menderes Airport in Izmir, Turkey. Yo, I'm not even a little bit mad about this. We got a plane right below us here. 2,000 feet below us. There he is.
Wolf Wolfair 049er, climb flight level 250.
Climb flight level 250 for Wolf Air 049. Game looks like it's running phenomenal, Busty. I don't even want to say anything right now. It's insane. For being in the Phoenix, it's nuts. I don't know what our transition level was. 10,000. We are going to standard altimeter. And landing lights can come off. Terrain can come off.
170 Tower 118.3. Good night, American 1145.
Nose lights off already. Passenger signs will be later. We're looking good, guys. My first time in a Lufthansa livery as well. Sick.
Wolfair 049er, climb flight level 300.
Flight level 300 for Wolf Air 049. Game sounds too high, guys. Turn that down a little bit. Hopefully we'll have a little bit of light when we get to Cyprus. It's only an hour flight. We're already about 15 minutes into it. Hopefully we get a little bit of light for our approach, just because, I mean, the approach is the approach. I'm not really too worried about it. It's just the being able to see on arrival. So I think it'd be cool. And then we're flying back this way, past this airport, not by much though, over to the islands in the Aegean Sea. The Aegean Sea. So. To give you guys an idea of where we are in the world, I'll pull that up. Hopefully this overlay still works. Web capture and have a graph. This is where we are in the world right now. We're right on the coast of Turkey, the Aegean Sea. This is Greece right here, Italy. We're flying down to Cyprus. This is Israel. Flying down to Cyprus, and then we are from here. We're coming over to Athens. The next flight is over to Athens. As long as we can get it in, I think we're going to be okay. As long as we don't have any crazy hiccups. But all right, we're at 18,000. Nothing to do. 18,000 is our normal transition altitude in the States, but.
Wolfair
Not in the States.
049er, climb flight level 350.
Flight level 350, Wolf Air 049. All right, guys. If anybody hasn't heard of it yet, the Sim Game Expo in Chicago, if you're around, if you're in the area, it is September 5th through the 7th. It's right outside of Chicago in a city called Schaumburg. It's about 15 minutes from O'Hare. We are, I'm going to be there, and I'm trying to organize a meetup of the community and various communities, actually, to come over and hang out. I have no skin in the game other than I'm going to be there, and I want to use this as I think it's going to be a great time. But I am not. I'm potentially going to be a special guest there for the expo, but I'm not receiving any kickbacks from this or anything like that. It's just going to be. I think it's going to be pretty cool. The owner of the Sim Expo, who's organizing it, is a big racing sim guy. But he wants to bring in more flight sim stuff, and he wants to bring in more flight sim stuff, flight sim content creators, and flight sim, also construction sim, farm sim, truck sim. He wants to do all the simulation stuff, kind of a all-encompassing North American sim expo that's not just flight sim or not just racing sim. Wants to do a whole bunch of different stuff. So if you guys are around, Rex, you guys are around, and you don't mind taking the ride or the flight, it's literally 15 minutes from O'Hare Airport. But I do plan on, and I will be announcing shortly, a meetup on one of those days at that expo. So. I'm hoping Doozy's coming in. Doozy and Busty and I have been talking. I hope Doozy comes in. I hope Busty is able to come up, and should be a good time. I don't think we're gonna make.
049er, climb flight level 390.
Flight level 390 for Wolf Air 049. I don't think we're gonna make it to Cyprus by dark. We're actually flying towards the dark and not away from it, so. Probably.
049er, maintain flight level 390.
Definitely. Busty said he's definitely going to try and come up. Nice, man. Yeah, it'd be awesome. That would be awesome. So the reason why I picked this flight, guys, it is an FSEconomy flight, but there's also an achievement I get in FS Hub called what did I wrote it down? The Cypriot Flamingo. Over that. It's in FS Hub. It is. Yeah, here it is. The Cypriot Flamingo. Cyprus is the third largest. It just gives some history here and gives you a reason to fly there, and gives a little background on FS Hub. That's why I like FS Hub, guys. It gives like achievements and things like that, and many do. But this is the first one that I did, and I have several. So Cyprus is the third largest and most populous island in the Mediterranean Sea. Its capital and largest city is Nicosia. Salt Lake next to Larnaca International Airport is one of the top spots to see flamingo, and therefore likely that you'll catch a glimpse of one or more flamingos before even touching down on the tarmac. Saturday is coming up quick. Yes, it is, man. Yes, it is. It's not just flamingo spotting can be done on the island. There are many more entertaining things and fun to be had by family members of all ages, including relaxing at gorgeous sandy beaches, a trip to the water park, or nightclub scene in the town of Aiea Napa. The local bus service and taxis can have you getting up close and personal with real and authentic view of the historical island culture, and it's not rare to see locals traveling around on donkey carts even to this day. Cyprus was, up until very recently in 2011, at a real-life ghost town, which, Fox Girl, Famagusta, which, following the Turkish invasion of the north of the island in 1974, was left abandoned and a no man's land imposed and secured by UN peacekeeping forces. I didn't know that. Island is also home to the RAF Akrotiri, a large British air base that was regularly used for staging, post, and launch station for special ops into the Middle Eastern, Iraq, and Syria, etc. The base has seen many aircraft stationed there over the years, including the Eurofighter Typhoon and F-35 True Lightning. Cyprus is peaceful, amazing, beautiful island, which keeps holiday makers coming back year after year. So the criteria for this particular achievement is, apart from an airport of my choice, fly and land at LCLK. Your flight distance must be further than 100 nautical miles. So as soon as we touch down at LCLK in Cyprus, we will gain this achievement. So This is one of the reasons why I enjoy FS Hub. There's a lot of these achievements all over the world to do, yeah, that's that. So Busty just brought up a good point too. We are doing a convoy event, a live convoy event. Doozy is streaming, and I will be streaming at the same time. We're going to try to do this collab convoy event, and we are we're going to be streaming American Truck Simulator, and we are trying to get as many people that have American Truck Simulator as possible who want to join in. Just do !Discord in the chat, and you'll be invited to our Discord and get a hold of Busty to get a hold of the mods that are needed. And we're going to be driving on our dedicated server. And hang on. We'll be driving on our dedicated server, and we'll be doing some somewhat long haul, things. But we'll be doing. We'll probably all be driving together in the same convoy, driving, bulldozers from Texas to California, or who the hell knows. But yeah, it'll be a good time. I think so far we got 4 or 5 people interested, but even if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the follow button, and hit that !Discord, and you will, you'll be, come on over. We'll take you. Thank you, Hawks Girl. Ooh, it is quiet on YouTube today. Man. I joined, but I don't have truck sim. Damn it. I don't know if I made the YouTube gods angry or something. I don't even know. It has been quiet over there lately. Thank you, Hawks Girl. Doozy, we are, yeah, no worries. We are flying out. We just left Turkey. Beautiful departure out of Turkey, and we're flying over to Cyprus. And then we're going from Cyprus to hopefully back to Athens as long as I have time. As of right now, it looks like we're going to be okay on the time front. I was hoping I had the timing somewhat down. Yeah, we are right, basically tracing the bottom of the Turkish coast here and on the Mediterranean. Yeah. I don't know. I really enjoy flying real time, in the sim. And I probably should not have that hang up, but I just like flying. But I think you're right. I think, maybe we do change it. I don't know. Drop it back by an hour maybe, just so we could see stuff. I mean, it is a beautiful flight. Doesn't change the weather, just the visibility. Yeah, yeah, you're right. I mean, you're not wrong. I don't, you know, everybody's got their thing, and I just, you know, it's a, but it is a shame to fly in new places and not actually be able to see the scenery other than the city's lit up like a Christmas tree. Little Lufthansa A321 livery today. I got a controller that I have set up for drone controls, doozy. I have my drone controls all on a Xbox, a cheapo Xbox controller. It's actually, I think I paid $12 for it on Amazon, and I got it just for that. But my inside cameras in here, I think I can use it. I can use it to translate back and forth, but I don't have my controller set up for inside. So I use my, I press the left stick down to get to the exterior view, and then I use the select button. No, I'm sorry, vice versa. I use the select button to get outside, and then I use these are just translate drone cam, you know, and then that's how I get it. You do have to slow down or make throw some curves in, but to make it a little bit more smooth. But I'll be uploading these screenshots to Volanta. Darth Centauri, what's going on? You'll take peanuts and a Coke? Hang on, let me get you something. Flight crew, Darth Centauri would like peanuts and a Coke. Oh, I didn't. I called Brian. Yeah, sorry, Brian. Yeah, sorry, Brian. I hit the wrong button. Yeah, we'll do. What do you guys have for snacks back there? I got a guy in chat that wants peanuts and a Coke. Do you have anything like that? Let's see what they say. I don't even know who we're talking to back there.
We have a selection of snacks, including peanuts, and we can definitely get a Coke for him.
There you go, Darth.
Sure to take care of that right away.
She's on her way. She's on her way. All right, flying along the Turkish coast here, all. European, I'll be butchering these town names, so especially Middle Eastern. Mughla Dalaman International Airport we just flew over. We're approaching Aludinitz? I don't know. Let's find an easier town name. Yeah, we're right on the Turkish, the South Turkish coast. And we're heading over to Cyprus. Crazy by the Aviation. How the hell are you, man? I missed you coming in. Where you at? Where did you come in? There you are. How's it going? I thought you were before that. How goes it? We got a plane right to our left here. what it is, but he's actually probably about 40 miles out. Doing good, man. Doing good. How are you? Get our info set in for the arrival. UNH is 1016. Temp 10 degrees Celsius. Where you been flying recently, Crazy? Anything, anywhere close? Anywhere fun? 300 at 07. We're going to be coming in on an RNAV 04, and our minimums. Need to study, but I have three exams. All right, enjoy. Good luck on your exams, Crazy. All right, minimums. We are looking at 300 feet. Our runway...
Full-fare 049er. Expect the PHA 1R arrival. I'll have you descending in about 20 minutes. Say the word if you want to descend sooner.
That is not the arrival that... Alright, expecting the PHA 1R arrival and descent in about 20 minutes. Full-fare 049. That is not the arrival that they had us on before.
Twin Comanche 235, Charlie, Quebec, right to 070 vectors for the GPS.
Right to 070 vectors for the GPS 235, Charlie, Quebec.
Turn that down a little bit since I turned it up so Darth could hear the flight attendants getting his Coke. Brian, you want to brief the approach?
Sure, Nate. We'll be arriving at Larnaca on runway 4 using the RNAV approach. We'll be flying the PHA-1R arrival. Transition level is 9 or 5. After the star, we'll continue to intercept the RNAV for runway 4. Weather at arrival shows winds 29 or 5 at 7 knots, cav OK. In the event of a missed approach, we'll follow the published procedure. Squawk code remains 4644 and approach frequency will be 126.05. We'll configure for landing with flaps 30. Final approach speed will be 135 knots. I think we're ready for the arrival, Captain.
Thank you, Brian. It's always nice to have Brian along.
Yes, Nate.
All right, so that arrival makes a little bit more sense for the RNAV, for sure. So let's go ahead and change that. Arrival. Going to be RNAV 04. But our arrival is changing to... Come on. PHA, yeah. We'll just change this all up and then insert it and then have to change it all up again. RNAV 04.
049er. Contact Athens Center on 127.9er 75.
Over to Athens Center, 127.975 for Wolf Air 049. Where are we at here? Not quite cruising altitude. Athens Center, Wolf Air 049. We are climbing through flight level 380 for 390.
049er Athens identified. Good evening.
Position. So run at 4. PHA 1R. That's it. All right. Top of descent's only in 80 miles, so very quick flight. just run through this, make sure we don't have any discons or anything. There is a discon right there. Right there. Now we're good.
United 567, reduce speed to 230 knots for sequencing.
Flowing to 230 knots, United 567.
Is Dryer 564 Athens identified? Good morning.
Alright, I think we're all set. We gotta put our RNAV back in, our runway. Sorry, minimums back in. And we're gonna go flaps full. And flaps 3. 140. Alright. They got about 5 minutes to do their snacks and drinks service. When we land, we'll be exiting left. This is actually, I think this is going to be a really neat approach as well. And we are going to get back all the way. People are going to have to come all the way back. Yes. We'll be landing and having to come all the way back. We'll stop as soon as we can. Not a big deal. Level 0. Alright. We're sitting pretty good. I'm gonna need some more coffee. Chatty, thanks once again, man, for resubbing. I know it was a little. I was taxiing out there and I was a little busy when you hit the resub, but thank you very much. 3 months of Tier 1 support. Appreciate you. We have a company message. I'm sure we have a delay that we have to account for. Definitely blaming this on the ramp. Five minutes only, though. Actually, that's not too bad. Delay allocation card. Late arrival of the pushback crew. These guys were on break. RLP. Yeah, those guys were late. They're always late.
Climbing to flight level 320, Delta 246.
Wolfair 049er Athens, contact Nicosia radar on 126.3.
Over to Nicosia radar 126.3 for Wolf Air 049. Nicosia radar Wolf Air 049 is maintaining flight level 390. So I believe our next one is going to be approach. Transition level is 11,000.
Wolf Air 049er Nicosia radar identified. Good evening.
Good evening. Our approach frequency 120575. Think. See how that goes. We're ready for top of descent here in a second. Missed approach. We will climb straight ahead to LK 400, turn right to Amako, climb to 2000, and contact ATC. 210 knots. This is going to be like this kind of remind me of a Caribbean approach, right over the water and onto the land. Slick. Are you logging an actual flight time, or is this simulated like truck sim? No, this is actually it's real time. It is real time. Truck sim is Darth. Are you joining us on Saturday, by the way? Truck sim is time lapsed, but no. This is actually real time, and if I adjusted the time, slightly so it wouldn't be dark for viewing purposes. Normally I fly in real time, real weather. The weather's real, but I adjusted the time for like it's dark over in Cyprus right now, and it has been for about 30 minutes. So I adjusted it like back an hour or so. But can't yet, fractured your ankle, can't move it around. Normally use a steering wheel and foot pedals. Oh, get an Xbox controller and join us, man. All right, I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna call him and let him know so we're not late. Nicosia radar, Wolf Air 049. We're ready to start our descent.
American 880 descend via the star transition to approach at 134.9er.
Descending via the star, switching to 134.9er American 880. Wolf Air 049er cleared PHA 1R arrival into Larnaca.
Alaskan 413, expect runway 09er.
Alright, cleared the PHA-1R arrival into Larnaca, Wolf Air 049. Alright, so that puts us down to 13,000 initially. And let's go ahead and get the seatbelt signs on. Actually, they were already on. Did I not turn those on? I guess I didn't. Never really armed the doors either. Shh. Doozy, I'm definitely going to leave the stream on all night on my next long haul, I think. I think I'm going to just leave the plane, let it fly itself, and I'm going to do my thing, and I'm going to make a stream, so I think what I'm going to do is do a little bit of flying, and then raid my own self on the red side of things. I'm going to raid my own self. On the Twitch side, I'm just going to leave it going. But, yeah, it's, I think it's, I got a couple plans. We are 17 minutes from arrival right now. Yeah, I'm definitely kicking around the idea. You may do that tonight. Should be a pretty approach over the Pacific and down into Fiji. Nice, nice. Yeah, I was looking on SayIntentions. SayIntentions. I did Dallas Fort Worth to Heathrow, and I think it was like 4,700 miles or something like that. Something like that. And I was not even remotely close to being the longest flight that some people were flying on SayIntentions for that duration. Like I didn't even get into the spot. I didn't even get into the spotlight. Descend flight level 150 for Wolf Air 049. Yeah, I didn't even get into the spotlight in the longest flight spotlight. That's how long some of these long hauls that people do on SayIntentions are. It's crazy. I meant to ask, how did the SayIntentions handle the step climbs? I honestly don't know, Doozy. Those happened while I was in bed. I was knocked out when that went down. I do know that the step climb in the 380 showed deleted. I did put it in, but I don't know that it ever happened. I put it in to the best of my knowledge. I didn't know. It was the first time I had actually put anything like that in, so. Rock was the P. I need
American 106, contact New York Center on 133.2.
and 6 is our
Switching to New York Center, 133.2, American 106.
I wonder if it yells at you because you were trying to climb to a higher altitude without saying anything. Yeah, I'm not sure. And I don't know. Are you in radio contact over the Atlantic? Are you in radio contact? Because I know in Oceania, like when you go down, like I've done a Australia to Papua New Guinea flight, and it was like 4 or 5 hours. Descend flight level 110, Wolf Air 049. It was like 4 or 5 hours, and it told me I was out of radio-controlled airspace. I don't know if you're just on a Unicom at that point.
Maintain flight level 110.
I don't know if you're on a Unicom at that point or what. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't know if like your step climbs. I'm assuming there's got to be some sort of control out there. It's not just a bunch of GA flying out, connected to Shanwick or Gander, which cover the airways over the Atlantic. Okay. IRL over the Atlantic, there are obviously no radar, and radio is HF check-ins. Gotcha. At least on VATSIM. Okay. All right. I have no idea how that works. That was my first cross-Atlantic flight, and quite frankly, I wasn't even there for most of it. I got up to cruising altitude out of Dallas Fort Worth. I got the plane set up and ready to go, and I think by the time I was over Chicago, I was heading to bed. It was already like 11:30, I think, my time. And then I woke up in the morning, got everything situated, grabbed a cup of coffee, got in here, and then within an hour and a half or so, I was set up for Heathrow. But yeah, it was good. Like I said, first time flying the 380. I landed it at LAX. I basically did a circuit around LAX. My first time flying it, I was going to head up to Seattle, and I was like, I don't really have time to go to Seattle. So I actually turned around, put in an ILS approach into LAX, and then came back and landed at LAX, and it actually was pretty good. But yeah, no, doozy, they're a lot of fun, man. I was having a lot of fun with that long haul. I mean, you know, you're I don't know, just I don't know why they're so much fun.
Altitude 5,000, QNH 1017.
Send altitude 5,000 for Wolf Air 049. So 5,000 is going to be pretty much our intercept for the RNAV. Not quite.
Wolf Air 049er, descend altitude 5,000 feet.
Descend to 5,000 feet for Wolf Air 049. They're addicting. I don't know what it is, but it almost feels like an accomplishment. I know, but we're not traveling that far, and quite frankly, I slept through the whole damn flight. I don't know why it's so, like, I get it. I feel it's addicting, and it feels like an accomplishment. But it's not like I'm sitting here in the chair watching the darkness for 9 hours, and like it's funny because I sit here and stream for 9 hours playing flight sim, but it's just, I don't know. It's funny like that. Like, I went to bed. Like, I was in bed. I was like, oh, okay, cool. The sim didn't crash. This is awesome. And, then you get up and it's like, lining yourself up and get the approach squared away and all that. And this, I mean, it basically, timing-wise for me, it worked perfectly for me. So, let's see what it looks like outside. We're coming over Cyprus right now.
Traffic ahead, reduce speed to 200 knots.
That right there is Cyprus. Israel's out that way.
For separation. United 758.
It's so odd that you look back at the flight path on Volanta and you're like, yeah, I did that, and we were asleep for 7 hours of it. Exactly. It's just funny to me. But yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. Also, they are addicting and they're a lot of fun. And when you get them done, it's like, that's cool. Yeah. So my timing was off, but I'm able to adjust. I adjusted the time a little bit for a sunset arrival into Cyprus here, so it's gonna be pretty cool. So we gotta be at flight level. We gotta be 10,000 feet down in 30 miles. We'll be all right. We got a plane climbing out. It's 10,000 feet above us, right over here. But yeah, I'm with you. I was having a lot of fun, and I'm actually, just in the last 2 days, I had that sinus infection the other day, which kept me off stream, and then I took my time to learn the 380 a little bit, and then I got a pretty good understanding of the 300. I almost streamed the 300 today, doing UPS ops, but I was like, nah, I want to do some A321 FSEconomy and grab another achievement in FS Hub. So actually, I wanted to do this one. So here we are. All right, descent checklist. Auto brake's going to be low. Actually, I don't even know that yet. I didn't finish our... what are we going to be when we get there? 6,100. But we're going to lose 400 pounds. We're going to be at 52.2. 152.2, enter. Got the runway, low auto brake, and we are good. All right, good. It's coming through 19,000 right now. Getting ready to hit the arrival. That arrival is going to turn us from here going this way. We're basically skirting the south coast of Cyprus, and then we're landing on the other coast, not quite the other coast, but pretty close to the other coast of Cyprus. We're in pretty good shape. You didn't know you had a sinus infection. Hope you're... No, I'm good, man. I'm good. I get sinus infections all the time. It's from work. I used to get them like 8-9 times a year, but since I retired, it's much better now. But all right, auto brake, passenger signs, I did turn them back on. We're good. FCU select, good. Engine not needed. Altimeter will be set to local here at transition altitude shortly. Landing lights will be at 10,000. Do all that stuff soon. Our airport is out there.
The Piper 456, Alpha Bravo cleared into the Bravo airspace, maintain 6500.
Just left butter all over 35 right at KOKC. Nice, man. Nice.
Piper 456 Alpha Bravo.
Didn't know you. Yeah, I'm hoping to put one together tonight, and then I don't know that I'm gonna leave the stream up all night tonight. I don't know. Maybe I will. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. But
Vision 50, Nicosia radar. Pass your message.
we got to be above 13,000 at this next waypoint, which we're fine for. We're at 16. We're actually really good there. Got to be at 5,000 by Gipro, and then which is there, and then our RNAV going to be a left turn and into
Wolfair 049er, contact Larnaca approach on 130.2.
over to Larnaca to approach 130.2 for Wolf Air 049. Screwed that up. Larnaca approach, Wolf Air 049, descending through 14,800 for 5,000 on the PHA 1R arrival.
Wolfair 049er, Larnaca approach identified. Good evening. Expect the RNAV runway 4 approach into Larnaca.
Alright, expecting the runway 4 RNAV approach into Larnaca for Wolf Air 049. No float, minus 34. Nice, man. What are you flying, Busty? Berth. Wow, that's some button. Berth. Oh, wow. Doozy. That's funny. It's like my wife sending me some wacky crap. It was in the Citation Mustang. Nice, bro. Nice. Dude, I am not upset about this approach at all right now. Our transition altitude was what? I think it was 11,000? Oh, 9,000. Very soon. And we're going to 1016.
Wolfair 049er, contact Paphos approach on 125.39er.
Over to Paphos approach 125.39er for Wolf Air 049. Damn it, man. You screwed up my tower frequency. Paphos approach, Wolf Air 049 is descending through 10,000 on the PHA 1R arrival into Bonacos. Banarca. Alright. Landing lights are on.
Wolfair 049er, Paphos approach identified. Good evening.
Cessna 714 Lima cleared for the visual on 8 left. Maintain 90 knots.
Cleared visual 8 left 90 knots, 714 Lima.
We can go ahead and set our... Oh, what the hell just happened here?
Captain, cabin is ready.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now beginning our final approach to Larnaca. Please turn off your
16.
electronic devices and stow them when we arrive at the gate. We kindly ask that you put your tray tables away.
We need to slow down a little bit.
Upright position and fasten your seatbelts. Once we are on the ground, our Wolfair staff will provide you with information regarding your connecting flights. Thank you for your cooperation.
Out of 2.5, we'll get a go flaps 1 in a minute. Speed brake is armed. 235. Still 30 miles out. I'm not going to go flaps 1 just yet. All right. We have 5,000. We are to go there. We should actually get cleared pretty readily. All right, nose lights. 2. Take off. Landing lights are on. Nose lights are on. Terrain. Need our LS button for this landing because it's RNAV. Again, our touchdown zone is 50 feet above sea level.
Wolf Air 049er Paphos approach, contact Larnaca approach on 130.2.
Back over to Larnaca approach 130.2 for Wolf Air 049. Larnaca approach, Wolf Air 049 is descending through 6,900 for 5,000 on the PHA-1 Romeo arrival. Alright, let me get my tower frequency.
Wolf Air 049er Larnaca approach identified, Linux to Larnaca QNH 1016.
1212 is our get this set again. Boom. Set.
Wolf Air 049er Larnaca approach. Proceed direct LK404. Descend altitude 2000 until established. Cleared for the RNAV runway 4 approach.
Alright, descend to 2000 until established. Cleared for the RNAV runway 4 approach and clear direct to LK404 for Wolf Air 049. Alright, let's go flaps 1. Our ignition on. We can go flaps 2. Go down to 2. Oh. We can go not vocalizer. All right. LS button on. Auto brake is set. Ground spoilers are armed. Don't need the anti-ice. Engine mode selector as required. We're ready to go. What a cool approach. Our airport. Right over here, I believe. Coming up on 2,000. Flaps 2 here. Be landing flaps 3. Maybe that's why I always flip this thing. $140. Three years, 11 days, 2 hours, then it's playtime all the time. Nice, Rex. Ten miles from our approach turn. Our airport. It's game time. Time's up. Let's do this.
United 1244 cleared the visual 27.
Cleared for the visual 27, United 1244.
You have to hit the button overhead. Which button would that be?
Flight level 2 for the whole of Lufthansa 176.
I just changed it to full, but
Lufthansa 1761, climb flight level 290.
Climbing 290, Lufthansa 1761.
Is that a SayIntentions guy? We are on the arriving soon part of, or cleared to land in SayIntentions right now. And make this turn. We're going to be about 15 miles from the runway. Half a century of work is enough? Yeah, right. On the left side by WS. Know that. In the A321? Oh, look at that. I'll be damned. All right, let's do a flaps 3 landing then. I never did that. Maybe that's why it was, maybe that's why I was always, a little too, like I was getting the wind shear, warnings and things like that.
Wolf Air 049er, contact Larnaca Tower on 121.2.
Nice. Over to tower, 121.2, Wolf Air 049. Alright, so 140 is our approach speed here. Larnaca Tower, Wolf Air 049, we're established on the RNAV. Runway 04 into Larnaca.
Wolf Air 049er, Larnaca Tower, wind 355 at 6. Runway 4, cleared to land.
Cleared to land, runway 4, Wolf Air 049. Sadly, I'm 25 years shy of that. You've been in the workforce a long time, Hawks Girl. Don't short yourself. You have to hit that so the airplane knows you're landing flaps 3 and it won't alert that they aren't set for landing. Okay, I got you. That makes sense. I wonder if that had anything to do with my wind shear warnings that I was getting a couple streams ago, where it was accelerating the plane and causing me to basically lose control, and so I was landing very fast or had to go around. All right, we are in approach mode. Still a decent amount out. So 7 miles, put the gear down in a second. We're already fully configured. We're ready to go. Aircraft there.
Warrior 371 Bravo, Charlie, make right traffic, runway 21 cleared for
Gear
takeoff.
down.
Making right traffic cleared for takeoff, runway 21, Warrior 371 Bravo, Charlie.
Climate maintain flight level 160, Israel 5132 heavy.
3 greens. Speed brakes
Israel
low.
513 tow, heavy climb and maintain flight level 240.
Speed brakes are armed. Auto brake is set.
Heavy contact
Rear
departure.
flaps 3. Coming down to our approach speed. Good shape so far. Let's see how we shape up. Coming into Cyprus, Israel's side of Cyprus.
1000.
Lanarka. Got a 10-knot crosswind. I'm going to let this fly down a little bit more. My aircraft.
$500. $100 above. Minimum.
Anyway. Oh boy.
100. Testing. Retard. Retard.
Ah, it's screaming and yelling. I'm still retarding. My throttles weren't locked, but passengers are wimps. Now listen, I'm not upset about that because flew that in. It's an RNAV. I flew it in from just under 1,000 feet. A little bit of wind. Kept it on center line, I think.
Wolf Air 049er, welcome to Larnaca.
Come on.
Contact ground on 119.4.
Over to ground 119.4, Wolf Air 049.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just landed at Larnaca International Airport. What a landing that was.
Yeah.
The captain did an excellent
Mooning
job.
824 Foxtrot Delta, enter right base runway 27.
Right base runway 27 for Mooney 824 Foxtrot Delta.
Caterjet Larnaca approach, roger.
Larnaca approach, blue jet will like to change the arrival runway to 2222.
Blue jet Larnaca approach, roger.
Pleasant stay in Larnaca.
Oh God. I don't even know if you're Facebook photography. Oh, I don't. Sure, man. Larnaca ground, Wolf Air 049 has vacated runway 04. Taxi 8. Alright. Landing lights can come off, nose lights to taxi, strobe lights off.
Wolf Air 049er, Larnaca ground,
Terrain
taxi
off.
to 12B via Charlie, Lima, Lima Alpha. Good day.
Taxi to 12B via Charlie, Lima, Lima Alpha. Air 0. Ground spoilers can be stowed, flaps up. Strobe lights, landing lights, nose lights good. Runway turn-off lights. Ground spoilers are retracted. Terrain came off. Weather radar can come off. CS off. Transponder and TCAS. Transponder can come back to off. APU can be started. Flaps thing can shut off. All right. We're going to 12 Bravo. And let's see what, yeah, 279 SayIntentions gave me, and landing rate manager gave me a 432. That sucks. I actually land the A300 freighter much better than I land this thing. All right. This, and let's see where 12 Bravo is. 2 Bravo. $1 o'clock. I do not know that we're going to have enough time for this flight. Damn. All right, Rex. Safe home, man. Yeah, I was hoping to get this other flight in. I don't know that. APU is on. Shut off engine 1. Welcome to Larnaca in Cyprus, all. See what Cheat 6 has for gates. 70.
Airbus 450 Alpha Bravo, hold short of taxiway Lima, waiting for clearance to enter the ramp. Holding short of taxiway Lima, Airbus 450 Alpha Bravo. Isra Air 6588 Heavy, Larnaca ground, pushback and start approved.
Portion start approved, Isra 6588. Good morning, Grand Caravan 7 is clear of the active. Request taxi to parking, please.
Get off of this. They did tell us to follow Lima. Not upset about this flight, guys. Really not. That was rather enjoyable.
The requested position is already assigned to another aircraft.
I think we're going to take it. We're going to take it from them.
The requested requested position is already assigned to another aircraft.
Yeah, we actually have time. We'll, we can do gate 70. Show me. We'll go down there. My first flight in the Lufthansa livery. It's the first time we've used the Lufthansa livery in FSEconomy. This DAIRY aircraft does work in FSEconomy, so we know that. Be on this side? Is that on this side or the other side? That's on the other side of that air. I wish the gate numbers between GSX and MSFS would jive in all of the at all of the airports. That would be ideal. That plane in our spot. Spot next.
All aircraft be advised, information Sierra is now current. QNH 1016.
Let's not blind the ramp crew.
Embraer 225, Echo Mike, hold. Short of taxiway Gulf traffic on final approach.
It is right.
Holding short of taxiway Golf, Embraer 225, Echo Mike.
Taxi lights off.
Information Foxtrot, startup and pushback approved. Goes from 82 Sierra.
Again, I don't see my guy. I also don't see my line. Hell, I don't know, man. I don't see a line. I don't see anything. Oh. We're gonna be askew, but... Engine off. Did this all. Come on, man. Jetway can come on if it works. CPU can come on. I don't think we're gonna get. I don't think we're gonna get GSX to jive. I didn't see any lines or anything to line up. There's a line there. I did not see that pulling in, and I was looking. came in from this. But no, that's their line. Where's my line, guy? There it is. I did not see that line at all. Damn. There. Now we're here. Questy boarding.
Requested.
Jet bridge gonna work?
Cherokee 315, X-ray, pop across runway 27,
I gotta switch.
contact ground on 121.9.
Gotta switch that out. That's not the right. That's not the right.
Runway 27, contacting ground on 121.9, Cherokee 315, X-ray, papa.
All right. What's going on, everybody?
Taxi to gate 45.
Check out Volanta and see how we did. I don't think we did.
Austrian 8 Tango Bravo, request taxi to gate 45.
Passengers to boarding started.
Austrian 8 Tango Bravo, taxi to gate 45 at your discretion.
Right, FSEconomy. What do we get paid? $4,000, about $3,700. In the logbook for FS Hub, an hour flight time. We were late, or delayed. We went from Turkey to Cyprus. We got our Cyprus badge. Not have yet. Also, got the achievement, Cypriot Flamingos. Cypriot? How do you say it? Sim performance went very well this flight. Yeah, GSX did an update, and we're starting to get these floating pallets now, and I'm not really sure why. It's the wrong. Typically, in a 321, you wouldn't have that type of configuration for loadouts anyway. Yeah, this thing's all messed up. I don't think you would have that in a 321. Maybe others do. Delta does not, I know that. Delta's all bulk baggage. I do know that. Alright, let's shut it down here. Parking brake is set. Nose lights are off. Brakes are hot. Anti-ice off, AP off. What else is going on? Anybody else out there? Who's streaming on the Twitch side of things, guys? Anybody we want to raiding out here in a second. Susie, you're working, right? Oh, Nige is streaming. He just raided me the other day. We're going to raid Nige, guys. You guys don't mind hanging out for the raid over on the Twitch side of things? You guys had a good day. Thank you very much for hanging out with me and chilling out. We're gonna come over. I'm gonna kick you guys over to Nige. Please say hello to Nige. Follow him if you haven't already. Great dude. and we'll see you guys on the next one. I will be back tomorrow, unless something crazy goes on. I will be back tomorrow, and we'll be doing some flying tomorrow. Long day probably. So. Lusty Doozy, thanks again, Chatty. Chatty, I appreciate your tier 1 for 3 months. Anybody who's hit the follow or the subscribe, thank you very much. I didn't see any come through, but we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Heavy, request taxi to the gate, please.